Hello students, my name is Niyati Said and thanks for watching Edupedia Word videos. My topic for the presentation is the 11th section of the chapter Chemical Control and Coordination. In this section of presentation, we'll be studying about the gonads, more specifically about testes. Okay, so what is gonads? Gonads are essential primary reproductive organs originating mainly from embryonic mesoderm. In males, they have a pair of testes, and in females, they have a pair of ovaries. Okay? Thus, gonads have dual function. For example, gamete formation and hormone production. Okay? We'll be studying about testes in this section of presentation, and in my next section of the presentation we'll study about the ovaries. So first we have to study testis. Testis, it is located within scrotum. Okay, it is located within scrotum and it produces a hormone known as testosterone. Okay, this is the primary sex hormone of males. This hormone, it stimulates development of male sexual characteristics such as beards, mustaches and all. Okay, and if we talk about ovaries, then they are located in the pelvic cavity in females. They produce estrogen and progesterone hormones. They are responsible for development and maintenance of female characteristics and menstrual cycle. Okay. Okay. Now we'll be focusing mainly on the male reproductive system, that is testis. Okay. So the organs of the male reproductive system are specialized for three major functions. First, to produce and maintain and transport sperm. Sperms are the male reproductive cells, you can say, and protective fluid, which we call it as semen. Second major function is to discharge sperm within the female reproductive tract, that is vagina, which we call it as sexual intercourse. And third major function of organs of male reproductive system is to produce and secrete male sex hormone, that is testosterone. This is the male reproductive system. This is the penis. This is the scrotal sac. This is the bladder. Okay. And this is the urethra through which urine passes. These are the testicles. And this is the seminal duct. Okay, and this is the rectum part of intestine. Okay, now the male reproductive system comprises of a pair of testes that are present in a thin walled sac, which we call it as scrotum. That means this is the scrotum, this is the scrotal sac. Students, don't get confused with the scrotal sac and scrotum. They both are same. Okay. So the male reproductive system comprises of pair of testes that are present in a thin walled sac called scrotum. The scrotum is contained within the abdominal cavity in the embryonic stage. As you can see that this is the scrotal sac which is contained within the abdominal cavity in the embryonic stage. But before birth they come out, they come down and they remain outside throughout the life. This is because testis cannot produce sperms at body temperature, and that's the reason this scrotal sac comes down the abdominal cavity and it remains outside the throughout the life. Because testes cannot produce sperm at body temperature. A temperature 2 to 3 degrees lower is ideal for the production of sperms. 2 to 3 degree lower than the body temperature. It is ideal for the production of sperms. And that's the reason just before birth, they come down and they remain outside throughout the life. The scrotal sac, this is the scrotal sac, it hangs loose when it is hot. And when it is cold, the skin of the scrotal sac contracts. And this keeps them in close contact with the body. Okay, so this is the scrotal sac. It is about the scrotal sac that it hangs loose when it is hot, and when it is cold, the skin of the scrotal sac contracts, and this keeps them in close contact with the body. Now we'll study about the testis essentials. Testis secretes testosterone, which is necessary for proper physical development in boys, such as beard, mustaches, and secondary sexual behavior. Okay, so this testis, it secretes a testosterone which is necessary for proper physical development in boys. In adulthood, testosterone maintains libido. Libido means desire for sex. Testosterone also maintains muscle strength and bone density. Disorders of the testes are caused by too little testosterone production. Okay. Now we'll study about the anatomy of the testes. See, if we talk about the position, then a pair of testes is situated in the scrotal sac of male outside the abdominal cavity. Each testis, as you can see, this is the testis. It is oval in shape. It is composed of numerous seminiferous tubules with cluster of cells known as Leydig cells or interstitial cells. Students, don't get confused with the Leydig and interstitial cells. They both are same. These cells, they are endocrine in function. They are endocrine in function, and they secrete male sex hormone called androgens. Androgens are steroids in nature, and most significant one is testosterone. So, if we talk about the anatomy of the testes are twin, oval-shaped organs about the same size that of large grape. They are located within the scrotum. As you can see, this is the scrotal sac, and these are the testicles which are located within the scrotum, which is loose pouch of skin that hangs outside the body behind the penis. See, this is the penis. While this location makes the testes vulnerable to injury, they have no muscles or bone to shield them. It provides a cooler temperature. Now, what do the testes do? Now, this is the again question that pops up in our mind. What do testes do? So, testes have dual function: to produce sperm and to produce hormones, particularly testosterone. Sperms are produced in the seminiferous tubules of the testis. Students, there are about 700 of these tubes in each testis. Each is the length of the arm and the width of a few hairs. And the whole collection of tubule is longer than a football pitch. Just imagine. Once the sperm is produced in the seminiferous tubules, which is this, okay, they pass into the epididymis. This is the epididymis and this is the seminiferous tubule. So once the sperm are produced in the seminiferous tubules, they pass into the epididymis. And what is epididymis? It is a long coiled tube in which sperm mature as they are conveyed along it. They are then ready to be released at ejaculation via vasa deferentia. That means it is ready to be released via vas deferentia. Okay. Now, a pair of testes is present in the scrotal sac, as I have taught you, outside abdomen. But before birth, it was inside the abdomen. But shortly before birth, it comes out. It comes out of the abdomen of the male individuals. Testes perform dual function as a primary sex organ as well as endocrine gland. Testis is composed of seminiferous tubules and stromal or the interstitial tissue. Interstitial tissue, they are also known as Leydig cells, which are present in the intertubular spaces that produce a group of hormone called as androgens, mainly testosterone. Androgen, they regulate the development, maturation and function of the male accessory sex organs like epididymis, vas deferens, seminal vesicle and prostrate gland, urethra, etc. These hormones, they stimulate muscular growth. I'm talking about the androgen. It stimulates muscular growth, growth of facial and axillary hair such as mustaches, beard. And androgen, it also stimulates aggressiveness in males. It maintains the low pitch of voice in males. Androgen plays a major stimulatory role in the process of spermatogenesis. What do you mean by spermatogenesis? Formation of spermatozoa that later forms sperm. Androgen, they act on central nervous system and thus they influence male sexual behavior, which is known as libido. Libido means desire for sex. So this is all regulated by a hormone known as androgen. These hormones, they produce anabolic effects on protein and carbohydrate metabolism also. Now comes testosterone, which is a hormone of testis. Testosterone is necessary for proper physical development in boys. It is a primary androgen. Students, don't get confused with the androgen and testosterone. Testosterone is a primary androgen, which is the term for any substance that stimulates or maintains masculine development. During puberty, testosterone is involved in many of the processes that transition a boy to the manhood, and which includes healthy development of male sex organs, growth of facial and body hair, lowering of the voice, such as low pitch voice, increase in height, increase in muscle mass, and growth of the Adam's apple. Students, androgen, they perform various functions, such as they develop masculine secondary sexual characters in male during puberty. For example, development of facial hair, such as beard, mustaches, and axillary and pubic hair growth, deepening of voice or low pitch voice, broadening of shoulders. This is all being regulated by androgen in males. Another function of androgen is that it helps in the stimulation of seminiferous tubules for spermatogenesis. And what is spermatogenesis? It helps in the formation of sperms. Your androgen, it is also responsible for aggressive behavior, libido. It can also be attributed to the androgens. Androgen, they stimulate and they regulate the development, maturation and function of part of male reproductive system such as seminiferous tubules, epididymis, vasa differentia, seminal vesicles, prostate gland and urethra. Okay. So importance of testosterone is not limited to puberty. Throughout adulthood, the hormone is integral in a variety of functions such as maintaining libido. What is libido? Desire for sex. It helps in spermatogenesis, that is sperm production. And it also helps in maintaining muscle strength and mass. It also helps in broadening of the shoulders in males. And it also promotes healthy bone density. So you can say that importance of testosterone is not limited to puberty. Throughout adulthood, hormone is integral in a variety of such functions, such as maintaining libido, sperm production, maintaining muscle strength and mass, and promoting healthy bone density. Okay? Now come to the glands. Students, there are various glands that are associated with the male reproductive system. And they are seminal vesicle, prostate gland, Cowper's gland and penis. Okay, so you can say that these are the glands that are associated with male reproductive system. First is seminal vesicle. A pair of the seminal vesicles are the gland that are present behind the urinary bladder. And each sperm duct has a seminal vesicle of its side that secretes a fluid into the common ejaculatory duct. Why it is called as common ejaculatory duct? Because through that duct urine also passes and it also passes the sperm. That's why it is known as common ejaculatory duct. Each sperm duct has a seminal vesicle of its side secreting a fluid into common ejaculatory duct. This fluid along with the sperm is called as semen. What is semen? It is a milky fluid. Now another gland is prostate gland. It is a bilobed gland which is present near the opening of the urethra. The prostate gland also pours its secretion into the urethra. And it is alkaline and it mixes with the semen. Okay. Now the third gland is Cowper's gland. They are pair of small ovoid glands that secrete lubricating fluid into the urethra just before it enters the penis. The secretion of these glands, that is Cowper's gland, make the sluggish sperm more active because it provides fructose to the sperms that provides energy to the sperm for migrating. So you can say that Cowper's gland secretion, it helps make the sluggish sperm more active, and it helps in the passage of sperm through the duct system and then in the ejaculation process. Now the fourth gland is known as penis. Let's see penis. Penis is a muscular organ, contains erectile tissue. See, this is penis, this is the urethra. Okay, this is the foreskin of the penis, which is also known as prepuce. This is the scrotal sac. This is the testis. This is the epididymis. Okay, where the sperm is stored for some time before ejaculation. And this is the vasa differentia. This is the Cowper's gland, which we just studied. This is the seminal vesicle, which are 2 in number. And this is the ejaculatory duct. Okay, and this is your penis. So penis is a muscular organ that contains erectile tissue. The tissue is richly supplied with blood vessels. On sexual stimulation, penis is gorged. Gorged means it becomes erect because it is being supplied with blood, which causes it to become erect. During sexual intercourse, the penis is inserted into the vagina of the females before ejaculation. And to and fro motion of sexual intercourse, it provokes penis to ejaculate sperm. And thus, sperm ejaculation from penis goes into the vagina, where it fertilizes ova, and thus a fetus is formed or zygote is formed. So these are the 4 glands which we studied about the male reproductive system. And this is the penis, which is the last gland of a male reproductive system. It is a muscular organ that contains erectile tissue. That means some of the this is the erectile tissue. Okay, these are the erectile tissue which help in making the penis erect while sexual intercourse. And these tissue, I'm talking about the erectile tissue, these tissue, they are richly supplied with blood vessels. And when it is supplied with blood vessels, when man becomes man have desire for sex, and on sexual stimulation, the penis is gorged. Gorged means supplied excess with blood, which causes it to become erect. That means it becomes 90-degree to the body. And during sexual intercourse, the penis is inserted into the vagina, which is a female reproductive organ, before ejaculation of sperm. And for making a woman pregnant, this sperm ejaculates sperm or this penis ejaculates sperm into the female body, that is vagina, where sperm goes and meets with the ova, and thus it fertilizes it and forms zygote. So ejaculation is a release of sperm by the penis to the outside. Okay, so this was all about male reproductive system. In my next section of the presentation, we'll be studying about the second category of gonad, and that is ovaries. So till then, stay tuned and keep watching Edupedia World videos.